Morning, everybody. Shawn P. Greene on the Shawn P. Greene Show. Thank you for watching, listening, and thank you for bearing with my glass glare. From the screen, I got a dual screen here. That's why you see me sometime. I have this shifty eye thing going on. Call me if you can, 716-253-1870. And we'll get you in on the call if you're interested in talking about anything. I'm going to make this short. I got a lot going on today. Probably half hour if nobody calls. I'm in preparation once again for the Great Lakes Christian Film Festival. Today is a big planning day. And I intend to do everything I can to get all this paperwork signed, the venue space. That's the most important part. Locked down today. So the venue space is the most important thing for me to get this done. Once I got the venue space, then I start booking talent and get the rooms and all that stuff for them. So it's going to be a big day. As you see, I'm wearing the vintage 2018 Great Lakes Christian Film Festival t-shirt. And I got tons of these. Actually, a couple years ago, a youth pastor from north side of Buffalo at a church called Sword of the Spirit. He's been doing these events, overflow he calls it, and it's basically like a youth rally, and they have performance of a couple artists, and then they have worship team. They have some breakout sessions, some fun games, some good time, He hosted an event in I think it was October maybe 2019, right before the pandemic. And we had Shoddy Swag was out there as a DJ King Shod as he goes by. But yeah, I went to it was formerly known as the Adams Mark. Now it's something else. But it's downtown Buffalo. We had, Pastor Curtis hosted this event. And I had a table there, like as a vendor, throwing out t-shirts to the teens, basically. So a lot of the older vintage stock of the dated Christian film festivals are winding down. And now they're just going to have the word "the" on those, and we're going to have new designs. So whoever gets one of those, whoever has had those in the last, 7 years, 6 years even, the first 6 years, you have collectibles now. Because we're not going to make those with the dates on it, on the front anyways. We might do a couple with some in the back. We'll see. But yeah, it's all about Great Lakes Christian Film. Pretty much from here on out, with the exception of a few projects here and there. This weekend, there's the Christian Worldview Film Festival's 48-hour film race competition, which I possibly will participate in. But it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is when you participate. And I'm jam-packed, so it's like, okay, we'll see if I'm going to do this or not. And I got people who are interested. It's just a matter of bringing a team together and making that happen. So we'll see. And that might be a little project I do this weekend. And then the following week is the International Christian Film Festival down in Orlando. And I sent a video of me congratulating them for 10 years. It's their 10th anniversary. This one will be our 8th. So pretty exciting to see, things happening around the country. But International Christian Film Festival will be next week in Orlando, which I intended to go, but might be delayed now. So right now it's all about the Great Lakes Christian Film Festival for me. Today, going to East Aurora, all these beautiful spaces that we can use for our event. We're going to go there. We're going to lock it down, get the space required, and then make sure we start getting our attendees booked in these hotel rooms. We're gonna have a great weekend, so we're excited about that, and we're basically just gonna go from there. All right. I don't have much to say other than that. I mean, like I said, we'll be a little shorter episode today. Been hard at work learning new tricks on, all these platforms that we're using. The big thing is making sure that the Bread of Life Church looks good, and then to make sure that I look good on my shows. Got to do what I can. So, but Great Lakes Christian Film Festival is where it's going to be from now until September, and even beyond. So sometimes, now we have submissions from all over the world that come to us. So we get about 150. Maximum, I think we had about 200 submissions, which is, it's low key versus thousands of submissions, over 1,000 submissions over in, down in Orlando and other film festivals. Like, man, I can't remember, over 100,000, I think, were submitted to Sundance Film Festival. So yeah, we're pretty low key compared to that. But nonetheless, we're enjoying putting this off. The little festival that could, you know what I mean? We're doing our best. We started off pretty much in the Bread of Life Church for the first 2 years, and the growth was immediate, and I had to figure out how to manage all that. And then we changed it. We changed it up, moved the venue to the Millennial Hotel. We did that for 4 years, and then last year we did East Aurora, and the Aurora Theater was one of our spots, and then I-61 Church across the street. And we're going to see if I-61 will be available again for this year, but we're going to be utilizing the Hampton Inn. The Hampton Inn has got 2 venue spaces that has the capacity to hold 100 each. And then when it's wide open, we got 200. Plus, we're going to have the Aurora Theater, which can seat 650. So we're going to kind of be flexible to see where we're going to have our people attending. It's basically about tickets, man. It's about who's going to buy what tickets for where. So we're excited. Anyways, I just want to let you know that, I might be concluding this season's episodes of the Shawn P. Greene Show, or I might go to an abridged Monday only type format, use it as like a recap, and then special guests every now and then. But I do have maybe for the next 2 weeks anyways, I might be taking a little break from this programming, and then come back second week of May. I don't know yet. I do have a guest May 10th that's scheduled, so we're going to be mindful of that. So we're going to be flexible. The 10th is a Tuesday, so we'll have a special episode at least doing that. But I'm going to conclude this as a Monday through Friday series. Possibly tomorrow is my last episode for this week. I don't know. I got to stay flexible. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday is that film competition. And then the following week is another film fest. And I'm trying to figure out if I'm going or not. So it's kind of a big deal, and I gotta see if it's gonna work out for me or not. So I'll keep you informed. At the very least, make sure you go to the website ShawnPGreene.com. I'll have pretty much announcements on that page, and then as far as this show specifically, I'll keep you informed on the Facebook page. If you're watching on Facebook, the Shawn P. Greene Show, and on the newly formed, newly owned Twitter by Elon Musk. How about that? How's that? That's big news. As far as social media goes, that is huge. $44 million he bought Twitter. So he's got Twitter, he's got SpaceX, he's got Tesla. I'm sure he's got a couple things that I don't know about. But I made a little comment or a joke that it's, he's on Twitter X now. So there it is. I put it on my little Twitter spot. If you look on my webpage, the very first page, you'll see it. I got all my links to all these different pages, and then these are all my social media links. But I also put on that front page the feed for my Instagram. As you can see, my daughter's right there. There's my messy head right there. And then I got my Twitter feed. If you didn't notice that, whatever I post live, I put it up there, and the first two tweets will show up. So does this mean Twitter is cool again? That was my question on my last tweet last night. And then hashtag SpaceX, hashtag Tesla, hashtag Twitter, and then at Elon Musk. So pretty excited. See what happens. That might mean that free speech returns to Twitter. I think it's a much needed thing to have the free flow of information. Excuse me. Because most of the time we get fed stuff that they want us to be fed. And we don't have dialogue, we don't have reciprocal conversational information, no sessions. We have moments of shouting and screaming and canceling and cutting off mics, and I consider myself a human being. My political views are conservative in one side of things, liberal on the other side, and so you could say I'm like a moderate. I don't know what you want to call somebody like myself. I don't even want to define myself politically. Short story about this, I was in the Navy and signed up as Republican initially when I started voting. And when I got out of the service, I switched to being independent. And I stayed independent for a long time. And I moved to Buffalo 2010. There's openings because I was looking for work, and there's openings for, election day to work the election polls. So in 2010, the first year I signed up, they asked me, they said, okay, well, we need Republicans. Are you willing to switch to the Republican Party? Because we need both 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans at the polls per district. I said, all right. So I signed back up as a Republican for the purpose of working the polls. That's it. But truly, I'm an independent. And I think an independent party even has conservative, leans conservative, but that's really not my intent. I'm not about man's politics as much as I am about God's kingdom. So, as far as my worldview, my perspective, my beliefs, you can call it what you want. But it's nice to see that Twitter will have an owner who will allow free speech, freer flow of information, another perspective, another way of thinking. And you're going to see in the next couple months, you're going to see people switching on again that were deleted or active deactivated accounts and all this stuff. And I think the bots is what that Elon Musk is really adamant against. Sorry, I'm yawning. It is what it is. So about 8 more minutes, I'll be on here. So if you got any call you want to, this we're live right now. Shawn P. Greene, ShawnPGreene.com, and I do have like a video maybe. I do a thing called GLCFF TV, and you can also go to Great Lakes Christian Film Festival on YouTube if you want to watch some of the trailers from the last several years of films that we've featured. We also have like a we utilized a company called Xerb, XERB .TV for our virtual platform over the years, and it's worked very well. And we've had, like I said, all these trailers from 2015 when we first started. Some were trailers, some were short films even. You might even get a glimpse of some of that. So we're counting on having a full-blown festival this year. But with the mask mandates now, again, they're starting to encourage students to have their masks on. We just got a call last night from her school, my daughter's school. They're encouraging people to put their masks on for school again. So, kind of a strange world we're living in right now. So, we have no idea. We don't have no idea if we're going to even have a festival. And I know these venues want to lock us down, but I'm going to make sure there's mask mandates, or if there's some travel advisory or something, that I'm going to make sure that they are not charging us, that they're not trying to take advantage of us and our good nature throughout that week. So we're going to be talking to the Chamber of Commerce today in East Aurora, the Aurora Theater, and also the Hampton Inn. And then we're just gonna go for it. Good morning, Mother. Thanks for listening and watching again. Always a blessing. Thank you. I'm only gonna be on for about 5 more minutes, so you can make French toast when you're done watching or listening. Yeah, so that's what it's all about for me today. The film festival, film festivals in general, film projects, and just film. I mean, that's my goal, is just working on film or digital media or whatever you want to call it, just motion picture, just projects that are related to films. I will pop on every now and then on this program, and I might make it just a Monday's show. I might do a Sunday night recording, or I don't know yet. I just, it really depends on what's going on in this season for this summer. Because people who are in the north, especially smaller cities like ours, once the weather breaks, everybody's going loose, buck wild. I mean, it was apparent this last week. Sadly, we had many shootings in Buffalo. A lot of people were going buck wild, partying, shooting each other. Just stupid. People getting in accidents. I mean, the big thing here, which I'm sure is a lot of places, is drag racing is really a huge thing in this city. and people revving their engines, people, bikes, even bikers are going all over the place, driving around town. They want to be loud, they want to get it all out, especially the male species. We want to go full throttle and just, get that testosterone release, man. We want to, yeah, let's get. That's what's happening in the city, and these younger cats are all driving their cars and they're drag racing in some places. And it's basically they do Facebook posts. Okay, we're meeting here within the hour, and everybody's joining in a private Facebook group. We're meeting here in an hour, and everybody meets there, wherever it is around the area. And they'll have drag races, they'll have bike races, they'll have parties, and then sometimes, in some cases, a fight will break out, knives and guns and everything out of nowhere. So it's getting a little stupid around here. And so my suggestion was, well, let's make New York City or New York State like Tennessee, Florida, where we have open carry, where we have people that are legally okay with that legally can carry a weapon legally, because there's a lot of cats out there that are illegally carrying weapons. And so we have to balance that out a little bit. We got to get people armed, open carry. We got to deter some of this stupidity. And what happens in liberal states is that they allow too much. And that's when chaos ensues. I'm not talking about a Nazi type environment that we need to have. I'm talking about deterring crime in any way possible, whatever it takes. Deter crime, crimes against each other, crimes against others, innocent people. So today's not a soapbox day, but that's kind of where my head's at. Buffalo is getting wild already with this weather breaking. It's cooled down a little bit again today. We went from winter to summer to fall within 7 days. Now it's 45 degrees. Sunday it was 70. So at any rate, I want to thank you for watching and listening this morning. Make sure you go back to some of these episodes and go to the share buttons on all these social media platforms. If you don't know how to do that, let me show you. Here's YouTube, okay? And you'll see, if you're on a desktop, you'll be able to copy and paste very easily. But if you're not and you're watching it on these platforms, you got to go to these little buttons that pop up. I'm going to pull up a video here. Watch. As you're watching these videos, okay, hang on, that's yesterday's intro. Turn it off. So you'll see, there's a little share buttons on your phones. Click that share button, and it will share it to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever platforms you want to share it to, that it's allowing you to share it with. Let people know what's going on. So that was the 26th or 22nd, the one I'm watching here, Earth Day. And if you go to also my main Facebook page or main page, ShawnPGreene.com, you follow every one of these social media platforms that you are plugged into. And then on the bottom here, it's called WordPress, which is what I use, the system I use for this website. Okay, it's designed under WordPress. But if you go here, follow Shawn Patrick Greene, WordPress, you'll just sign up with an email, and you'll get a message in your email based on which posts come up on my page. Tomorrow morning there's going to be a post coming up called Preparation. But these are some of the posts I've been putting up for the last several years. And March is when I actually started putting up the newer ones for the podcast. But I got a couple articles, explanation of me going to college again as an older man, um, coverage of some of live events. Here's one of the things. 2 years ago, South Buffalo Racing talks a little bit about what's going on even now. An accident that happened just down the road here, right off Seneca Street, and film projects. I just talked about a lot of things throughout the last several years, things I've done. It's my blog or vlog, or just depends what I do. All the posts are there, if you can look at it if you want, but sign up for it too as well, and you can always email me and let me know if you want me to put you on that list. I can do it manually. Takes a little bit more time to do it for me, but be better if you just went there yourself and just clicked and signed up. So anyways, donations for anybody who's interested, go for it. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching Shawn P. Greene Show. I'm Shawn P. Greene, and I'm out of here. God bless everybody. Enjoy the day.